Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Into the Mist. That is our Curse of Strahd campaign. We are currently live on the D&D Twitch, on the RealmSmith Twitch, and on the Beetle and Grimm Twitch. A little news for everyone. It looks like we're lagging a bit here. I'm not sure exactly why, but a little news that in our area, in Ontario, the province of Canada, they are suggesting that we forego kind of the social bubbles that we were allowed to do up until this point, and now have to kind of abandon that and start to consider potentially a rollback in our social circles. So at this point, unfortunately, we're back to our remote setup scenario. I'd like to welcome everyone into the stream right now. Everyone can just say hi real quick, and then we'll do some announcements. I don't know.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
I don't know why we have some lag here on the camera side of things, but I think we should be okay. But we'll figure it out as we go. Awesome. All right, announcements real quick. We'll get through those, and then we'll jump right into the session. First of all, of course, want to thank Dungeons & Dragons, as usual, for their incredible sponsorship and for having us aboard, and also having us on their Twitch. We can't do this without them, and we thank them for that. Beetle and Grimm, incredible premium boxes for Dungeons & Dragons campaigns. Want to thank Matt Lillard and all the great team over there at Beetle and Grimm. You can check them out at www.beetleandgrims.com, and I believe you can still get the legendary Curse of Strahd box, I believe, as well as the silver edition of the Rime of the Frost Maiden box as well. So you can check those out at beetleandgrims.com. Adam's doing the what's it called? The family with the things and the thing and the want to thank Syrinscape, our other main title sponsor. If you go to sirenscape.com/realmsmith, you can find out all the wonderful things that we use on an ongoing basis to bring emotion and awesome sound effects to our Syrinscape experience. And I forgot how distracting it is to have multiple frames on screen remotely while I'm trying to do, and we just lost somebody. So I'm sure Julian will fix that. We're off to a great start. Julian, if you want to go to maybe full screen on the announcements, and then I'll finish announcements, and hopefully we can sort that out, because I think we lost Joel. Product sponsors, as usual.
Back, I think.
What's that? I hear Joel still. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Really strange. Yeah, Joel's frozen now. Oh well, we'll work it out. Want to thank WizKids as usual, of course, Dwarven Forge for a lot of the awesome terrain, Hero Forge for the incredible miniatures we have and are using for our player characters, Mithril Armory for the awesome dice and accessories, and of course D&D Beyond. And our giveaway tonight is going to be a digital copy of Curse of Strahd for your D&D Beyond experience. That is the digital version, and you enter into chat the word curse, C-U-R-S-E, and you will be entered into a chance, or for a chance, to win a digital copy of that, which will be, a code will be sent to you at that point. What's that? Code is not ready to go yet. We just need a minute. I don't know why I'm lagging like this. It's really interesting. Discord RP is awesome, and they've been incredible. The community that we have on our Discord actually have a role-playing community where they are role-playing as Vistani currently. It is awesome. It has been incredible. They are currently around the base of Mount Gakis in something called Camp Gakis, that they've brought all of their various Vistani camps together into one place to try to fend off the attacks of Strahd, as they have kind of risen and become a lot more kind of dangerous in the last little while. So if you're interested in joining our role-playing community, you just go to the chat and you'll get a link. But all you have to do is subscribe at tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 on the Twitch channel. That is the RealmSmith Twitch specifically, and then you will get entered to into our roleplay community. You'll be able to do all awesome things, including all the quests that we have available, and roleplay with all the wonderful people on there. I want to thank our Smith Guardians, as usual, for running the Discord and running the quests and doing such an incredible job with all of that. We do raise money for Extra Life on these Monday nights for Into the Mist. You can donate below on the widget, and when we get to a certain point, I think we're like 125 off of our next goal to win a quiver of +2 arrows for the party. If we get there, they will be sent them through the mists into Barovia, and they can use them for their role-playing experience. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing Behind the Screen. That is the behind-the-scenes look with myself, Jason Azevedo. After that, we will have Players Table on Thursday with Joel Auge. And then the next episode 13, will be following that. We have 15 episodes. We said 16. We have 15 actual episodes, and then we're going to do like a post-season kind of wrap-up and kind of in-between adventure actions and things like that. So super excited. It's going to be awesome, and we're really glad to have everybody aboard for all of it. I think that's all the announcements for tonight. Let's say hi to our party again. The giveaway is now ready to go. So if you enter Curse into the chat, you will be entered to win a digital copy of Curse of Strahd for your D&D Beyond experience. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I think that we're good. We are having all kinds of technical difficulties because it was yesterday that we found out that we had to do this. And so it was a bit of a challenge to kind of race today and get this all set up. And for some reason, it's just not going the way that I had hoped it would. But that's okay.
It's on par for the year.
It is on par for 2020. That is very, very true. Just quickly, Joel and Dave, you guys have launched a Kickstarter with Mythroll. Can you guys talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, you want it? Me?
I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
Doodle Dice is our new Kickstarter, and it's funded. It funded in 2 days, so thank you kindly, community, for helping them make that happen. Effectively, they are acrylic dice that you can paint with high-quality paints directly onto, so totally customizable. And anyone you love, and kids and adults. Yeah, just the most affordable and easiest way to make customized dice for yourself and for anyone you want to. Also, they are it's an alcohol-based acrylic-based paint, so you can rub it off and then start again. And so that's really fun. And we're selling sets and sets of D6s if they unlock on the Kickstarter. So we're really excited about that. Dave, did I miss anything?
Nope, we're 120% funded now.
Yay!
They start off like this, and they end up like that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
They're awesome. Very cool. Very cool, guys. Also, we have a really cool new camera that we will be using this evening. It's our new pan-tilt zoom camera, which we're very excited to feature, and that will be what we'll be showing you all of our minis tonight, which is awesome. And we got finally kind of working. So yay to that. But yeah, it's all good. Okay. All right. Last time we left you guys were at Van Richten's Tower. You had headed there to find the Mad Mage, as you had found out that this tower, that it was known as an ancient wizard's tower that was built probably centuries ago, existed. And that was kind of one of the only places that the people in Barovia, specifically the Vistani named Stanmir, said that he may reside and he may exist. That was the only wizard type thing that he had mentioned that could be potentially the place to go. You went there, you found out actually that this was a tower that Ezmerelda had been taking up residence in and doing a bunch of research, and through some folly and misinformation and not necessarily knowing that she was taking a precedence there, exploded her Vardo, her wagon, because of a unfortunate accident with a trap that she had set up within her wagon. After that, she returned after being attacked by werewolves while she was out and about, found her wagon in disrepair and destroyed, and quite quickly combat ensued as those werewolves that had attacked her and then chased her kind of came to the tower, and you found yourselves having to fend it off from these werewolves. Upon completing that, you entered the tower again. You found a suit of armor that you haven't quite figured out what to do with, and a bunch of other things. Took a long rest, managed to kind of gather yourselves and your things, and you were who was it that stepped out of the tower? It was Muskoka stepped out of the tower to tie up the horses. As he was doing that, looked down the causeway that led to the tower and realized that a raven came and landed on the causeway, transformed into a humanoid being, and was joined by a variety of other ravens that then turned into humanoid beings. The one that led, the first one to land, as you kind of spoke out and called out to them, Dmitri had used his holy symbol of Ravenkind to see if that had an effect. It did not. The lead character lowered their hood and said, "We need your help." And that is where we left off. As you stand, Muskoka, you are currently at the bottom of the tower still? At the base of the
Yes, I
tower?
went inside to try to look outside of one of the windows.
You
I
ended
didn't
up
want to
going
be
inside and
outside
doing the
anymore.
whole dance thing, right?
Yep, I did the thing
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah, that whole thing. And you are now currently inside of the tower, looking out the window. The rest of you are looking out the windows on the top floor, and you see these three figures standing on the causeway. One of them, again, with the hood down, raven black hair, kind of scruffy beard, like basically just hasn't shaven in a number of days. What do you do?
Well, at this point, we've all seen them out there, right?
Yes,
Adam's showing off his shiny things.
Yes.
I've locked myself inside.
that is right.
And they asked for help?
Yes.
Nope.
Would,
I'm going to
Scooby
call...
be the only one who heard him?
Scooby-Dooby, what?
Would Muskoka have been the only one who heard that?
No, everybody did. So all of you who kind of, when he yelled up and he said, "Hey guys, there's people out here," you all kind of rushed to the windows as he kind of came inside. When that happened, lowered the hood and said what they said.
Yeah, I jump on the little elevator. So I just want to jump on the little elevator, that floor, lingerie, and go up and be with the rest of the group there.
Okay.
Hey Jay, I will kind of stick my tiny little halfling head through the arrow windows.
Yeah.
And basically go, I blow my nose at you, and pull it back in.
Okay. With that, the lead kind of character kind of tilts his head to the side. With no response, and not necessarily knowing how to respond to that, then says, "You are the adventurers that helped at the Wizard of Wines, is that right?"
Yes, that is us.
Indeed.
"We are in need of your help. The work at the winery is not done. The source of our folly, the source of our misery, and what you help to undo is not undone completely, and we fear another attack, and we ask if potentially you could help us."
Would that be from the druids? I thought we had taken care of those.
Well, the druids, that was only a small collection of the ones that plague us. The druids were members of a ancient bloodline, that lived in Barovia well beyond it was even Strahd's domain. They are descendants of an ancient order of barbarians, and they have taken up residence at Yester Hill. They, from what our understanding is, came to the winery to collect knowledge, but perhaps maybe we can speak in closer quarters. I would like to see you. Can we collect?
Who are you?
I am the eldest son of Davian. My name is Adrian. This here is Elvire, my brother, and Stefania, my sister. And they kind of lower their hoods as well. And at this point, actually, you do recognize them as some of the members that were standing with Davian as you were passing through the winery. Please.
Yes.
I'll take the elevator down. If anybody wants to come with me, they can.
I'll come with you.
Hey,
I'll join on the way down.
Sterling. Brandon.
Is this in character or out of character?
No, out of character.
All right.
Can we try the thing for the first time? Coming out of the
totally.
building?
Yeah. So
Okay, so I jump over to Sterling and I go, Sterling, we've never done this, but this would be the opportune time for this kind of reveal, if you know what I mean.
So I lift Falpher
Can I jump
up.
in?
Yes. Yes, you can. I'll lift Falpher up and I'll strap him into the baby Bjorn that we've got. Yeah. Yes, the harness. So I'm gonna have him on the front for now, but I can flip him over to the back if needed.
Yeah. Can you, Sterling? Could you put your shield in front of me, and when we get out there, I'll kind of like, ta-da! You know?
Okay. So I'll put my shield to block him, but in a way that doesn't seem like I'm too like wary and being too defensive. I don't want to come off as being overly defensive.
Right. That's great. Yes, just like that.
Right. So for those of you that are tuning in and wonder what this is all about, the adventuring party had commissioned some of the Vistani to craft them a baby Bjorn for Sterling that Falpher can fit into, that he can wear in the front so that they're not slowed down by his lessened movement or slower movement, rather, while they travel through Barovia. Anyways, so okay, you fit in the Bjorn. It's actually quite a comfortable fit, as this is the first time that you have tried it. You all head down out of the tower, down the plank, kind of ramp way, and into the front. And as you approach again, you do notice that these are the three of the children of Davian who were at the winery. Adrian speaks up again and says, "Thank you for coming out. Some of you you're less in numbers. I do hope that Barovia hasn't consumed some of your allies."
We do not know. They are just no longer with us, and we've heard no word of their well-being.
Understood. Barovia has that effect on. And he kind of goes off distant for a second. And he comes back and he says, "And Ezmerelda, you weren't at the Wizard of Wines, correct?"
No, I was not.
And you, we've heard quite a bit of you, about you, and are familiar with your heroic deeds. I thank you for what you have done for the people of
I give
Barovia.
him
Pull down the
Very
shield
proud.
in front of me, and I go, "Thank you." Put it back up.
And he kind of steps back and he says, "Oh, well, that is one of the ones that we were accounting for, that I'm glad that you are down. You were
I
not down as
quickly
many as I
smack him
thought."
across the face.
Oh
talking
my,
about you.
he's actually wearing it.
At this point, you start a conversation, and he begins to explain what kind of goes over what he had just said. about the druids and kind of their history, and he says, I do believe that they are up to something devious at Yester Hill. I don't know quite what it is, but they were looking for information, I believe. After ransacking the place for information, they tried to capture one of us, but we were elusive until you showed up.
Had I heard of these druids before in my research?
History check?
Hmm. 15?
15? With a 15, you've heard of the ancient druids who kind of stalk the mountains. And you know that the druids and there are barbarians who are considered absolutely allied with Strahd and have kind of terrorized Barovia for as long as the kind of history books. And they were here, this tribe has been here even before he took over, which was hundreds of years ago. You know that they are, as you saw when you went to the Wizard of Wines and were involved in that whole thing, that they are caked in gray kind of mud that they use, almost like a clay that is found on the slopes of the mountain, almost so they come across like this gray sort of muddy caked complexion all over their bodies. But that's really all you know.
Do they look like they're druids themselves, and that's how they wild shaped the way they did?
They're absolutely sorry. That these folks are druids themselves.
Yeah.
Give me a nature check.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Woo! You actually don't think that they are druids. With all the druids that you've known over your travels, they aren't kind of dressed as druids typically would. They aren't armed like druids typically would. You notice that Adrian is kind of dressed almost like a fighter, sword at his side. You see that Stefania has daggers kind of at her belt. And so they're not druids from what you can tell. You don't think that that's where their shape-shifting ability would come from.
May I ask, how is it that you're able to turn into ravens?
That is
Good question.
that is something that we had not planned to disclose to you. But we are in dire straits. We have watched your party for some time. We are members of a secret order of were-ravens. Those that can shift from humanoid to raven form. We attempt to protect the lands of Barovia and its people, to stand against the Devil Strahd.
When we were at the Wizard of Wines winery last time, we were in a very bad position, and a number of ravens had helped us. Are you somehow connected to those ravens?
That was us in raven form.
That was you?
And some of our companions, some of our actual ravens that we have befriended.
In Vallaki, we saw a lot of ravens all inside, well, in the stables of the inn. And like, were they all were-ravens too?
Yes, of course. That is my brother.
That's a lot of you.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So wait a moment. When our compatriot here, Dmitri, showed you the special amulet, Dmitri, can you pull it up for us?
Yes, here.
What does this thing mean to you? We've been told it's called the symbol of Ravenkind or something like that. Does it mean anything to you at all?
Well, yes, of course. That is a legendary item. I have only ever heard story of it and of its existence. I'm quite amazed, actually, by the fact that you have it in your possession. You are much mightier than any of us could have ever imagined.
I mean, look at us. We are pretty great. And I tug down on the straps and move around look at me, I'm great.
Yes, we've gotten very lucky to still be alive.
I will say that as of late, people have been more divided, and so that has caused a lot of conflict. If you haven't, along with your now druids that we're finding out about, there's also the werewolves, and the Vistani are no longer, not all are siding with Strahd as they have.
Yes, there are forces on both sides. And our order, we call ourselves the Keepers of the Feather. And our sole purpose is to bring those that will come against Strahd together under one cause, under one banner.
Well, our cause is aligned with yours, so whatever we can do. I don't want to speak for all of us, but I think we could all agree that we'll be happy to help you in any way we can.
Thank you. We do believe that part of the victory that will come, and you can hear that his accent actually comes in and out of Barovian, and being kind of one of the younger.
I thought that was just you, Jay.
No, no, it's actually intentional. And you do hear, and you've heard it too, like in Barovia, where some of the dialects and some of the younger kind of generation have picked up some of the travelers that have come in. And as Barovia has gone over the centuries, some of them speak in that very thick Barovian dialect, and some of them don't. And you can hear he actually kind of comes in and out of it a little bit. And especially because you know that Erwin's wife, Danica, spoke in a very different accent than Erwin did, being somebody who has come into and after. So you imagine that the Mardukov family has people on both sides. I do believe that part of the mission that we have is to vanquish the allies of Strahd, and in doing so, weaken him any way that we can. I do not know what these druids have cooking. I do not know what they have that they are bringing together, but it is not good for our people, I tell you. Surely it is not.
This is no disrespect to you at all, Mr. Raven friends. But how do we know you are against Strahd and not with him, or with him and not against him? How should we make sure that you are who you say you are?
I have heard that you have helped my brother, Erwin, that he is trusted amongst your people. Is that correct? Even though he is estranged from us and has gone his own way, I do believe his intentions are pure, as are ours. You helped us at the winery, and we paid you for that. You can trust us. I assure you.
Fair enough. My friends, Sterling, what shall we do?
Well, how does one become a keeper of the feather, as you said?
Well, one way is to be turned. Many of us were born into what you would call lycanthropy, which is the curse that carries the line of were-ravens. And also one can be turned into one as well. That is, of course, a curse that can be undone. Much like a werewolf or a werebear or any other sort of lycanthrope.
Do you find
Yeah.
it to be a curse, or
No,
do you?
it is a gift.
I'm like a keeper of the beaver, you know.
You are an interesting one. I've never seen any quite like you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't at the winery, so like I'm just trying to soak it all in.
Yes, you are new. I do not
Yeah.
He is
recognize
not
you
from
before.
here.
No. I don't. No, none of us are actually. But do you guys lay eggs?
Do we lay eggs?
Like,
I
yeah.
kind of
I mean,
smack him like
oh,
personal.
it's a good question. I don't know.
No, we do not, but time is of the essence.
Okay.
It is important. I need to get back to the winery with my siblings to defend it in case
Yes.
an incursion comes, but they take up residence in Yester Hill, that is south of the winery some ways. Maybe 2-3 miles, most.
Are you suggesting we go there?
I am suggesting that you absolutely go there. We don't have the power that you wield to be able to undo what they are trying to do. Again, not quite sure what that is, but
How many of these druids are we talking about?
how many?
We need to know what we're up against.
Yes.
How many are there?
When we have gone to scout, we have sent small parties in to try and deal with them, but they are too much. At any time, maybe half a dozen druids, half a dozen barbarians. And there are many out and about as well, so they return and they come and they go.
Well, it
Can you
seems to
tell
me
us?
that helping you would help us also, in that we would both be allies in a quest against Strahd.
Yes, of course. That is my thought. That is my understanding.
Mr. Ravenman, we have not asked for much from the people who asked us for help before. There is perhaps some way you can help us. We cannot see from very high up in the air. Perhaps you could provide us with one of your raven friends.
Yes, perhaps, like I said, we are small in numbers. We don't have many, but we could potentially spare one of us, just as a scout, maybe as a guide.
That would be amazing. We could very much use the help.
We can't afford to lose anymore.
Can you tell us?
No. We would do it.
I think we lost Joel.
I think so.
Go ahead, Sterling.
Can you tell us of any weaknesses that we might be able to exploit in these enemies?
One thing we have noticed is that the druids don't they don't have the ability to shift, to change shape, as many druids are known to. I don't understand why. They've lost their ability somewhere along the line. Perhaps maybe that's what they're after. They know that we can shift. Perhaps they're trying to find a secret to bring that ability back. I do not know. But I've never seen one of them shift into a beast.
I see.
And if I recall, they're not too keen on the flames.
And their barbarian brethren, are those more guards and troops, or are they part of the clan?
They are all part of the same lineage, all part of the same barbarian clan from ages ago.
I see. Do you know anything of the layout of their encampment? Any ways that we might be able to sneak in?
They are upon Yester Hill, which is quite broad and large. The area is quite massive. and it's quite high, at its peak as high as 400 feet to the very highest point on Yester Hill. There is a structure of stones in a circle that they use, and they've been building some sort of effigy, some sort of statue within that circle at the center of it. And then there's also a copse of trees which seem to die closer to the center, with a very dark, very large tree in the middle. And around, at the various levels, there are rings of cairns, burial cairns. Ancient burial ground for the barbarian tribe.
Well, whatever they're building, we shouldn't let them finish.
I agree. I suspect that these cairns, this place being what it is, with so many dead things coming back, I would expect that they may wield some undead enemies within them as well. I'm not sure if this sounds very difficult. What do you all think?
Difficult, but not impossible.
That's true.
It will require some strategy if there's a lot of them. If we can fight off 6 at a time, that's one thing, but if they all attack, I think we're very outnumbered.
Maybe there's a way to draw stragglers away from the crowd and deal with them individually.
Perhaps.
Do you think this is something that needs to be done immediately? We've taken on many tasks as it is. What sort of an urgency is there on this matter?
How urgently do you want to leave Barovia?
I personally, more urgently, want to try and save Barovia. I want to kill Strahd and give Barovia back to the people.
And the sooner we diminish his allies, the sooner that is possible.
But some of these other tasks we are doing would make us even stronger, give us further advantage against Strahd in a one-on-one scenario, or I suppose 1-on-5 scenario.
Yes. Well, it is up to you. What I can tell you is there is a road to the northeast that leads southwest into Yester Hill. The Svalak Woods border it at the north and the east side. And then flanked to the west is the wall of Barovian fog. It is the end of the realm to the west. So, I don't know what your approach. I don't know tactically what you might think, but there is quite a distance in open space to get to the pinnacle of this hill.
So would that be dangerous to traverse?
Dangerous in as such that there are those that guard it. They aren't always there. Sometimes we've flown over and they aren't even there. They seem to have abandoned it at times. Other times they're very busy.
If we can attack a few at a time with the aid of one of your friends to do a flyover, I think that might be our best chance.
Yes, perhaps like a pack of wolves, we could see which one is separate or isolated, deal with that one, and then go on to another.
I agree.
Yes.
Well, I leave this with you. That is our main concern, of course. It puts the winery at risk. Putting the winery at risk puts Barovia at risk. The wine brings much joy to the people, much hope, as little and as crazy as that sounds. That is something people look forward to on a daily basis.
No,
I do have
I understand
one
completely.
quick question. I do have one question about the wine. We do not know this or not. Are there any despicable ingredients in said wine?
No.
Perhaps children's blood or vampire blood, or it is red wine after all, my friends. Come on, right? Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm right.
It's a fair question. The things we've seen.
Perhaps.
Yes, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary.
You can trust that there is nothing malicious about our winemaking. I trust you that.
Good enough for me.
And I think that anything that brings a little bit of joy is worth protecting and worth saving.
One last thing.
Now, Dmitri, are you okay with that?
Okay, with sorry, what?
Well, I mean, we all know how you feel about wine. Like not too much wine. Like, hey,
I think it's
please
less how
slow
I feel
down.
and more
Like
how
you said,
you
like
feel about wine.
I feel great about wine.
Slash other members of our party at different points, but this is true. Moderation, remember.
There is one more
Yes.
thing that I want to share. And this is in the strictest of confidence. You must believe me. Wine is difficult to grow in these lands. The grapes, it's too cold, and the land seems cursed to grow anything that is worthwhile. And 10 years ago, one of the gems, our champagne gem that we use to grow our incredible wine, went missing. Fortunately, my father blames Urwin. I'm not sure where I stand, but he denies his father's accusation, which is why Urwin is no longer... why he's estranged. The other gem, the Red Crush gem, we've been fending off attacks from scarecrows. And that went missing some time ago as well.
The scarecrows are alive here too?
Why, yes. Everything is alive here. And we were holding out hope for our final gem. It was a green gem. It aided us in the creation of purple grape mash. It's unremarkable, but it was our last hope. It went missing 5 days before the winery was attacked. We believe that the Druids were a part of it, that the Druids were at the center of that attack, and we sent a counterattack on Yester Hill, but were unsuccessful. That is why I believe the Druids tried to and attempted to poison the rest of it, because they want our downfall, and Strahd does not like, of course, what we stand for. I believe that this green gem potentially exists on Yester Hill. Restoring the gem means restoring our ability to grow the grape that is required to make our wine. Without that, all that we have left is the casks that remain at the winery, which is why we haven't been able to replenish Barovia. And that is selfish in ways, but if you can retrieve that gem, we will be eternally grateful.
I don't think it's selfish at all. It's not just about the wine that you make, it's your livelihood. It's understandable.
And it represents the little hope that Barovia has.
We know what it's like to lose a livelihood, for sure. I mean, Dmitri lost one for someone else just recently.
Well, if that taught me anything, it was the importance of one's property, and if it can be retrieved, then all the better.
I must take my leave. My father will be wondering where we went and what is taking us so long, but I did not even tell him I came to you. He is an old and jaded individual.
Yeah. Well, before you go, Falpher, are you good for a super hug? Do you want a hug? We got 4 arms here. Come on.
I'm fine.
Okay, yeah, no, let's do it.
Say Falpher sandwich.
And he, as you guys kind of go to hug him, he turns into a raven and flies off out of your arms.
No, wait, I'm still hurt from the guy.
And then
It is a gift.
And then the other 2 go off as well.
I look up at Sterling.
Joel, we're totally losing you.
Yeah. He's lost it.
Yeah. I'm sure it was really.
You got that right, buddy.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. We're all on the same page.
Falpher also turned into a were-raven and flew away.
Yeah.
So.
All right. With this information, what do you guys want to do? You have a bunch of loose ends that need probably wrapping up. You guys decide.
I'm still hurt from the hag. I'm still not feeling well, and I'd really like to figure out how to make me better.
I think killing the hags is a good idea if we can find them. But
yes, what did we learn from the book?
The books that got burned back there?
I just want to feel better.
There were other books in the room.
Well, we read the hag book already.
Did we learn how?
We've got werewolves on the mountain. We've got hags as an immediate, I'm guessing, for Muskoka.
I just want to. I know that when Falpher was hurt, we went to the temple. He felt better. I got hurt. Everybody went on with their life.
You're gonna take this personally, buddy? Not right now?
No, I'm just really okay. Well, it's okay. I mean, I'm not feeling great, but I could come along.
We do care about you. We don't want you to, we need everybody alive and well, and
yeah.
We're not gonna ignore any suffering you're experiencing, but
we'll just deal with it later.
I just don't know which one to go first. Where do we start?
What's the most important thing? There's things that we were looking for that Madame Eva told us about to help us in the fight against Strahd, and I guess there's no mad mage here. That's what we were looking for now, but what's most important to do? What's gonna have the biggest impact?
Well, right now, two things are under attack. 2 areas. We have the mountain at Mount Gakis. We've got that attack, and then we have these druids. Immediate. And then we have the underlying. We need to find this mad mage. We need to dehag Muskoka. Am I missing anything? I'm sure I'm missing a laundry list of.
But I mean, we were also gonna look for the body of Strahd's brother, because we think he may have a sword.
All right.
The sun's sword thing.
Right, where he was buried.
Hey everyone. Okay, my camera's better. I am not laggy anymore. It's great. Welcome back. Sorry, everyone, for all of the technical issues again. For those of you that are just tuning in, we are having a rollback in the COVID sort of structure and the way that things are happening here in Ontario, Canada. and we were allowed to have bubbles and be able to function at the table together. But now we are doing remote again, and unfortunately we found out yesterday, so we haven't had a lot of time to be able to kind of figure it out. So we're figuring it out. I appreciate your patience. We love y'all, and we'll make sure that we get it nice and solid for next week. As we move on. Joel is also having some internet issues, so we may lose him at some point during the stream. And if we do, just bear with us. But we are going to try our best to play Dungeons and Dragons amidst the zombie apocalypse. How you guys doing? I feel better now because I can actually like move in real time.
I'm
So
okay. I was hanging with chat.
It's
Things
great.
are good.
Chat is good.
Yeah,
Hopefully
Thanks for
chat.
staying,
well.
standing by.
Hopefully chat is
I
good.
ate a half a pizza.
You ate half a pizza? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You are all out in front of the tower. And the were-ravens have fluttered off and have left you to your own devices. What do you want to do?
Well, we were discussing what the course of action should be because there are so many things happening at once. What is the most immediate? What do you think the most immediate thing is right now? Because there are a lot.
It seems like
Well, I mean,
the most immediate is those druids, barbarians, and the whatnot.
It is because that directly affects many of the community and their livelihood.
This is true. And also the werewolf problem. We don't even know where to go to solve that one.
we may
It's
find.
on like that
we may find-
mountain.
Yes,
But
we may
you're
find
right, we
favor
don't.
with these people, and then they might help us to take down Strahd.
The more allies we get, the better.
I agree with Sterling on that. I'm sorry, Muskoka. Like, I know you got this hag problem, and we will
Yeah.
address it, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
But like, you just gotta
It's
wait like a
okay.
little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
I
got
mean, like,
the-
everybody does it, like I can go into battle with a bad cold. That's fine.
We'll take watch at night to make sure like nothing else is going to impede on your.
Yeah. No.
Rest.
I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling the best. Better than ever.
Well, remember what they said in the camp that the elder had said that if we have fires around, that should prevent the night hags from getting to us through that other realm that they come through.
That's
No,
true.
it's a good point.
We can try it.
Strahd.
Okay. So are we leaning more towards these druids?
I think we might be.
I do appreciate that we have one of their friends hanging about to do a little flyover and like investigate.
I just
do
hope they
you
don't
like
get
That's
that?
killed.
really nice.
It's very good for us to have people who can help us. We especially flying, super useful.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I don't want to be like a nag, but I think like a little break from werewolves right now is very welcome for me personally. Like I don't want to make it all about me, but like I just want to say like a little break from werewolves would be really nice.
Yeah. Had any of you guys heard of were-ravens before? Because that's a new one on me.
I have
Have
to
we?
admit, I didn't. Didn't know about
Nature
those.
check, Ezmerelda.
I guess maybe you can make a
Ooh.
were.
I'd
out
say
of-
with advantage, Ezmerelda, because of your knowledge of monsters and such.
Okay. Well, I already rolled a dirty 20, so let's see if I beat that, and I don't. So
Yeah,
dirty 20. it is.
Absolutely. In fact, I would say that you are familiar with all kind of the main types of were creatures that exist. Were boars, tigers, all that stuff.
But a werebeaver.
Okay, but what do I know about were ravens in particular?
Were ravens aren't of kind of the some lycanthropes tend evil. So werewolves tend to be more evil. Were rats, were boars, I believe, tend kind of to the evil side. Whereas where bears, ravens tend to be a bit more on the kind of good side.
Okay. So
There are
listen,
exceptions to
guys,
everything,
like
but
I know, like there's exceptions to everything, but let me tell you, like I know that like werewolves get all like the hype and like they're in all of the things and the stories and the lore, and everybody's like, ooh, werewolves. But let me tell you, there's where everything you could possibly think of. And although like a lot of them are kind of like on the I don't want to deal with it side, where ravens are not so bad. I think we could be okay with trusting them.
So everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I
Mhm.
like it.
Yes.
I tussle Falpher's hair.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well,
That's
it
not
just
part of the deal.
it seemed like the right thing to do.
No, it's the wrong thing to do.
Here's
That's
a big.
very wrong.
Need to wash
No.
your hair.
Well, no, it's the special grease in it that makes it flow so solidly.
Yep.
I
The
don't want to
wind
know any more
doesn't-
about that, but maybe you should have like established boundaries before you decided this like little symbiotic situation you've got going on here.
Listen, we will work it out as we go along, okay? It's just
Once you
brand new,
start
that's
to
all.
wear a man,
I'm just
it kind
saying.
of blurs the lines.
Hey, I'm a wereman.
You're a wee man. I don't know if you're a wereman.
But let's go help these people. Like we're kind of just chatting.
What are you
Do
doing
it.
here? Yeah, I agree.
Okay. How is everybody feeling?
We didn't care about, but we decided nobody cares.
I care. It's just there's so much going on, and we have to think about the battle to come.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
kind of doing
settling.
that, but it's okay.
You will always be our moral compass.
I'm going to kind of whisper in Celestial. I'm gonna say, Morning Lord. I don't know if you're real, but if you could send that abbot back to help me, that'd be great, because this party's not helping me much at all here. And that's it.
give me a religion check, please.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay. You could have.
You know it's not gonna work.
You could have sworn in that moment that you heard a kind of a sound on the wind, like a voice on the wind, but it's fleeting, and as quickly as it kind of passes, it leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Do we
Just I heard
notice
it.
him? Did you say it out loud, or were you?
I was just kind of like quietly muttering it to myself.
Are you okay?
Oh, and yeah, no, I'm great. I'm great.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, other than like how I already outlined that I'm not doing great, I'm doing great.
Look,
I'm
want
ready
you
to
know
fight.
that we really. Please don't let. I know there's a lot of things going on right now, and I don't want you to feel like we're neglecting you, because you're really important to us, and like we're all fighting in this together, and I don't want you to feel like we're forgetting about you.
Yeah, I might just stay back a little bit and take care of myself from the back.
Okay.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
know
if you're
that
wondering
we're
why I'm
looking
not
out.
like jumping right in with like axes and stuff, it's gonna be. That's why.
Just know that we don't forget about what's going on with you. We'll handle it when the time is right.
Yeah. Okay. Great. That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Right.
If
All
you
right.
don't mind, I'm just going to collect the rest of this armor. Maybe I'll deal with it later.
Did
And
the
I'll just
whispering in the wind sound
back
like
it up.
anything to me?
You didn't get enough of it to be able to discern what it said. You do get a sense, though, that it was potentially in response to your question. All right.
I don't feel better.
No. You gather your
Do
things.
it, my friends.
You gather your things. and you start to pack everything up. Adam, what do you do with the armor?
I'm just gonna like tie it to my pack. Just kind of like have it tied up.
Bundled up and kind of like tied with rope, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. It definitely helps you to stealth better. Every time, as you kind of walk, it's like just like clanging against itself. Just a big suit of armor on the back of your pack. Remember, it's full plate, so.
Okay.
But you're not very good at stealthing, as we know anyway. So.
Yep.
I don't know if it's making any worse of an issue.
DM, Jay, I may have been off at in one of the internet webs lands when this happened, but do we know how far it is to travel to where these raven kind folks wanted us to go?
Yeah, so you get the sense that, let's see here. One moment, please. So you know that the winery is basically southwest of here. So you take the little trail south, maybe about half a mile. Then you travel west another half mile or so. And then that's the road that leads south to the winery. And then they said it's about two miles south of the winery.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't take that long. You can travel like 4 miles an hour. And so you're looking at like, 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
So can we, for the sake of brevity, I'll leave that to you. But maybe we could go there?
Yeah, absolutely. So you start to head south from the tower, leaving it behind you, and saying goodbye to the wreckage of your wagon as well as the tower. You head south, like I said, a little bit, and then you, as you turn onto the Svalak Road heading west, you hear. First of all, I need a marching order, please.
I'll go first.
Then I'm also going first.
Oh, well, you don't have a choice, but I will be closely along with Sterling.
Sterling and Falpher, can you give me perception checks, please?
Yeah.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'm gonna be at the back too, as I mentioned.
Okay. I got an 11.
23.
Okay. With a 23, Sterling, you hear a bit of a commotion and some movement in the kind of the brush just to the front and to the right of the Svalak Road, as you kind of turn the corner onto the main road.
Okay. So I'll stop and I'll kind of like put my fist up, like everybody stop, and then I'll just motion to the others that I hear something and point in the direction.
Yeah. You hear quite distinctly what sounds like the flutter of wings from that spot.
Does it sound specifically like raven wings?
No, not that small. Actually, quite a bit larger than that.
Hey,
does it
Jay,
sound leathery like a bat?
Sorry, what was that, Joel?
I was going to ask if, since I am so close to Sterling and his reactions to the world, can I get advantage on insight checks about what he's thinking?
You can just ask him.
Okay. What do you think it was?
I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like a raven because it's too small. Do you know if there's gigantic bats around here? Because maybe that's it.
Well, we've just learned that it could be wherever or whatever.
Where everything.
Yeah.
So.
In that moment, Sterling, you hear a flutter of wings, and for just a moment, Callie comes to mind.
Oh.
And the sound her wings used to make when they used to kind of flap together when she'd almost kind of get ready to take off flight. But then as you listen a little closer, they sound a bit less kind of soft, a bit harder, a bit more almost like a bat's wings.
Oh. It reminds me of Callie's wings. How does it sound to you, Falpher?
They were so big on Cali. That I don't know. Let's listen some more. Perhaps we can hear them again.
Give me a nature check,
Hear
Falpher.
them again. Yep. That is a 16.
You hear it now. It's like a, and you hear the sound of the rustling in the brush, and it's distinctly bat wings, but quite large. You imagine.
Yeah, wow. You're right, Sterling. It's like a bat. It's like very large bat wings.
And you also hear the sound of.
It's also like clicking noises, almost like it's positioning itself, like a bat do in the air.
Perhaps we should try to sneak past.
Suddenly, a creature jumps out from the brush in front of you. And this is some, 30, 40 feet out, and lands kind of in the middle of the path with its hands out, bearing its mandible-like teeth. You recognize this creature, specifically from the Abbey. The creature stands about 4 feet tall, 5 inches, has a hunched posture, long, stringy black hair that hides much of her face, but clearly visible are spider mandibles and teeth that replace her human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof in place of her right foot. She doesn't allow anyone to get close, as she kind of looks frantic and anxious. You recognize her as the one that was chained to the post in the Abbey.
It's okay. Remember us? Look, I have many legs just like you. Oh, no, remember us? We were your friends at the Abbey.
That was the creature from the Abbey.
That was really cute, Jay.
Thanks.
It was adorable.
Is there something we can help you with? Are you hungry?
And she,
My gosh.
she takes off.
We come back.
She starts to kind of disappear into the sky, in the direction of the opposite direction from Kresk, heading east. And she disappears over the top of the trees.
And
So,
that it's
okay,
the
I think
opposite
that's your
direction
answer.
of Kresk, like just based on her.
Yeah.
That was weird. No?
Why would she be going that way?
And like,
I mean,
why
it's
would
great
you
that
stop
she's-
to say hi and then
Great
Did
that
anyone
she's
get a
not all
sense of
tied
what
up anymore,
she
though.
was trying to say?
Well, yeah, if she escaped, she'd be leaving Kresk anyway, right?
well, yeah, but why bother to stop and and
Leave
then
alone?
and then go instead of just going in the first place.
Did we get any sense of a message that she was trying to communicate, or any attitude she was trying to convey?
Give me an insight check. Sterling,
Yeah.
as you kind of are peering up, you see something starting to drift down from kind of the direction she went in, and it kind of falls down, and you can see it's a single pink feather. As it kind of crosses your eyesight, you can see it's somewhat translucent as it moves, and then it's gone.
So, I think I just
I
saw one
see
of
this?
Callie's feathers.
Nobody else saw it.
I'm sure of it. I just saw one of Callie's feathers.
What?
Are you sure?
It was pink.
Are you sure it was a pink? I mean, not that we see pink feathers just flying about, but really?
I mean, unless there's were flamingos around, I think it must have been
Are were
Callie's.
flamingos a thing here?
I mean, it seems like there's were everything.
Those backwards knees would be perfect for Barovia.
Yes, it would fit right in.
Or should we go into the trees where the creature popped out from?
Well, it fell
Good
from the sky. Did it seem like it fell from the creature?
Just as you were looking up in the direction it went, it kind of fell in that direction, almost like right in your eyesight, and then disappeared in front of you.
It seemed to fall after the creature left, so maybe Callie's set it free and is traveling with it. I'm not sure what to think of all of this.
My insight was a natural 1, by the way.
Yeah, with a natural 1, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Actually, with a natural 1, she felt kind of friendly. Like, you almost got the sense that she wanted to be your friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Not
you're
that she
saying
ate
that's a
Callie.
bad since it's a 1.
Who even knows?
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
That was nice of
I mean,
her.
what are we going to do here?
Should,
So-
There's always
we just
something new to
continue?
show in Barovia.
And there's no other sign, because I mean, Sterling would try to see if Callie's around anywhere. He's going to try to see if she's there. So he'll peer deep into the clouds in the mist. I
Give me a
suppose,
give me a survival check, or survival or investigation.
Okay. Oh, it's cocked. Okay, so yeah, it's 15 survival.
15 survival. With a 15 survival check, you don't see any sort of sign.
Okay.
At this point.
So I don't
Darling, I'm not
see-
sure we'll find her.
But do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know. If she was so close to us, she would have seen us, I'm sure, on the road or something. She would have said something.
Yeah.
Probably fine. I mean, everything seemed okay when I think she just wanted to say hi.
Maybe.
Did it seem like she
Happy
was
and
trying to
friendly.
beckon us?
I don't know.
Just saying hi.
Maybe she's just letting us know she's okay. At least I hope that's it.
Okay, how about this, my friends? Why don't we go and continue on our journey to the place that we were headed? But on the back of our minds, we just say, Callie, and we move on.
Okay.
Okay, where do you guys go?
All right.
I
Let's
guess we'll
continue.
How
Yep.
close to nightfall are we?
It's about an hour later, so it's about 1 p.m.
Oh, okay. We're good. So I guess we're continuing.
You continue on down across west the Svalak Road, and then you head south. Another couple miles, you can see where you start to see the edge of the vineyard, and kind of the stalks of grapes that kind of head south and west as you kind of head down that road. And you pass it, and you continue south a ways.
Are we there yet?
Are you in the same formation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine
that's
so.
what I-
Okay. The trail through the thick woods leads to a hill that you see in the distance, covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Dark, ominous clouds gather high above, and a single bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop. West of the hill, the land, the woods, and the sky vanish behind a towering wall of fog. What do you do? And you're basically coming up out on the road. This Svalak Road, woods kind of opens up around this massive, huge hill that raises, basically at its peak, it's 400 feet from the ground.
Did we establish any way to have our friends contact us with what they see?
At this point, you do notice a black raven kind of circling high above almost in the clouds.
Look, it's a bird.
What do you do?
They maybe hang back until they come down and tell us what they see.
Okay. You wait a little while.
Yeah.
Finally, the raven kind of disappears over the trees. And a short time later, you hear kind of rustling in the trees beside you as Stefania kind of steps out in human form. She says, "It appears that no one is here. It is quiet. There are creatures I couldn't see. I didn't want to fly too low, but there are creatures that surround the tree at the top. The tree I spoke of, the dark tree that Adrian mentioned to you. Apart from that, it looks like the effigy is complete. The statue stands quite tall. They're common to Barovia. I don't know what types, but we call them blights. Sometimes they're made of vines, other times branches. They were the ones that attacked the vineyard. There are a number of them up there. I counted half a dozen, perhaps, maybe more."
Those things were terrible. So you don't see any of the druids or barbarians that you told us of?
No, I do not. As Adrian told you, sometimes they're there and sometimes they seem to disappear.
So while they're not here, do you think we could take on these blights and maybe destroy this effigy?
We're very good at burning things down.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Usually only things we own, though.
You get a lot of Ezmerelda side eye to to Dmitri.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I know it's so soon after. Gosh.
What do you guys want to do?
Water under the proverbial bridge. I
We
say with
hey
like
guys.
absolutely no love in my tone.
He was still planning on repaying you somehow.
We can talk about that later. Right now,
Perhaps-
we've got too many things on our plate.
Is there? I turn to it's Sylvania. You said
Stefania.
Stefania. I turn to Stefania and say, "Perchance, did you see if there was perhaps one or two of them that were to the side, or what was their general configuration?"
They were just scattered among the trees. There, like I said, there is a copse of trees on the southwest tip of the hill at the top, and they seem to die closer into this dark tree in the middle. They were in and amongst those trees.
And how many you say?
Half a dozen?
Okay. We can do this. Let's
We
just
should do it
go.
now. We should do it now before the other druids come back.
Freed.
Right.
Right. What is the plan of attack?
I think we should sneak.
This.
Well, maybe one of us could sneak.
Do we want to make sure, do we want to make sure we investigate this effigy before we destroy it, or we just destroy it in the process? What are your thoughts?
I know they wanted the stone back, but I feel like that is lower in priority than destroying the enemy. What do you think?
Obviously, whatever the gem that they were looking for is our priority in this, but I'm a little suspicious of this effigy.
Do any of you speak a blight? Like the language of these creatures?
Afraid not.
So I guess
don't
it's
really know
burn
what to
first,
speak.
ask questions later.
Perhaps we
I
could-
guess that seems to be the
lower-
order of operations around here.
Perhaps we could lure
That's
them
not
out
good.
of
Don't have
it.
to be better.
I will
Ezmerelda,
always
it would
be
be
better.
okay.
Please, I will always be better. Until
No,
I
but-
have another barcode, Bardo, I will always be better.
Listen,
You know,
Dmitri,
lovingly bitter.
he was just making stupid things, mistakes, I think they're called. So don't worry about it. We will figure it out. Okay, let's go and take down these blights.
Okay.
Sterling, are you with me?
I am, though I'm not the quietest among us. My armor seems to make loud noises.
And
That's
is you
just how-
by armor? Do you mean beat me to it?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Your loud, noisy armor. You mean Falpher?
Oh. Yeah. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not as quite the sneakiest either. Which among us, though, could be stealthy and maybe lure the blights this direction?
Ezmerelda seems to be quite skilled. What do you think, Ezmerelda?
I could very easily, I think, sneak up on them, but I don't know. Do I want to lure them away? What is our plan here? Do we want to lure them away from the tree?
Oh, good idea, Ezmerelda.
What do you think, Muskoka?
Yeah. I'm just gonna hang out at the back, so because I'm not feeling great.
Okay,
So whatever
well,
you guys want to do, I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I haven't been around here before, so just go for it.
the look on your face said that you wanted to go with Ezmerelda, so I thought I'd ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
what's
can
the
go.
plan?
Does
You
it?
don't have to. I'm just thinking.
So
Like, you
I
don't wanna,
wonder, like,
you know.
okay, if I cast invisibility on myself and I go with you, Muskoka, you go to lure them away from a place away from the tree, and then they think they have like easy bait. No offense.
Yeah, no.
And then like I pop out of invisibility, help you like attack, and then in the meantime, like the tree is all clear.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna try to stay back because I'm not feeling great, but I could be bait. I could go first instead, and they'll probably see that I'm not doing well.
Going
That's a
first,
good
I'll be with
idea.
you I'll be with you the whole time.
Excellent.
And you know what? You can stand behind me.
Oh, because you're invisible.
Yeah, if you could figure out where I am.
Okay, I'll try not to bump into you. Okay, let's go for it.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so you both are going to head up.
Yes,
Now
I will
you can
cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Ezmerelda disappears.
Muskoka, you lead the way.
Okay, I cast light on myself.
Okay. And you can see that Muskoka is now glowing.
I'm a werebulb.
All right. Which way do you head up? As Muskoka, as you kind of come to the edge, as you're lit right now,
I'm so lit.
there is a trail that climbs the hillside, kind of that extends from the trail that you're on, but then splits off into forming two concentric rings. One kind of lower, about you imagine about 200 feet up. Sorry, I'd say 250 feet up is one ring, and then you can see it goes even further up the hill, and at about the 350-foot spot, it creates another trail of rings, of a ring, and then goes up to the top.
And they're up at the toppity top.
Yeah, you can't actually see kind of what's on the top as it crests the top of the hill. It's hard to see kind of what is at the very kind of over the crest.
Okay.
But you do see that these burial cairns start at about 50 feet to the left of each of the paths, and they go around and follow the path just below them, and basically these like 4 to 5 foot mounds of stones. less than that, maybe 3 feet at the top. But it's these piles of stones, like burial grounds.
Oh, this is terrible. Okay, I survey the grounds to see if anything's hiding in the rocks.
Okay, so give me a perception check, please.
Not a natural one.
Okay. It looks clear. The rocks look, I will tell you that the rocks look very old.
Who makes new rocks? Sorry.
Wow. You can tell that they are ancient. Like from what you know of kind of nature,
Rocks?
that these are actually quite dark, and they have the staining of age. And so they're not new rocks, David, that have recently been unearthed and used. They look like they've been here for a very, very long time. They're like basically black boulders that are stacked for these cairns.
Well, since there's no danger here, I'm going to continue to march confidently forward, trusting that my travel companion has also looked out for danger.
Okay.
Yeah, do I notice anything?
It's a classic rock.
Yeah, sorry. I have to clarify. I apologize. These are actually burial cairns, so they're almost like large 10-foot mounds. They're actually quite big, that are built out of these slimy black rock boulders.
Huh.
We built this city.
Don't you dare.
What do you do?
Okay, well, I'm just walking up the path.
Okay.
Like there's no danger.
Okay, you continue up the path, no problem, up to the pinnacle, or as it crests over the hill.
Yeah.
The first thing you see atop the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form a makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes the edge of the ring from time to time, illuminating a ghastly 50-foot tall statue made of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth. The statue resembles a towering, cloaked man with fangs. The ring of boulders that surrounds the field is 40 feet in diameter and ranges from 8 feet to 10 feet high. And you can see that the trail kind of heads in between this circle and out the other side of the circle. And if we can get the new camera to show what that looks like for you, Muskoka.
Very tiny square for me to see.
Yeah, we'll get it large in a second. Just give it a second. New technology there. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yeah. I don't see the walls here, but I do see an enemy. Is he coming up later in the show?
Dun,
There it
dun,
is.
dun.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's
Yeah.
creepier.
Can't see.
So that's what you see.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
it's a big effigy that stands, like I said, really tall in the middle of this 40-foot diameter sort of cairn. And you kind of...
Hey, Jay, it's a big effing what?
Effigy?
G.
Oh,
A big G.
effing G. Okay.
Oh,
It
dear.
looks like an O, but it's a G.
That's you, Muskoka. That is the large...
Well, that's a big effing G. Do I still feel completely safe with the effing
Yeah,
G there?
and as you feel like you're completely safe, another bolt of lightning strikes down from the clouds and strikes the top of that wall.
Yeah.
Do I have to walk through there to go up the hill?
You can walk around it. We can get the map of the hill there. Thanks, Julian, because you're the best. You can see, like I said, that this kind of 40-foot diameter circle, the path leads through it. It looks like there's dead grass in the middle of the circle, and it leads out quite a ways past, like hundreds and hundreds of feet, to a distant copse of trees that you see in the distance. And just like she explained, from this distance, you have a hard time seeing any sort of detail or even the creatures that she mentioned, but you do see that it is the trees to the outer edge of this copse are alive, but as they get closer to the center, you see that they're dying in. So there it is. So that's that's the kind of druid circle in the middle. You have come from the northeast along that trail up the hill, and then past it quite a ways is this copse of trees with this big gnarled black tree in the middle.
Okay. Oh, this is a much better picture. Okay, so so the trees are where that's where we're heading, right?
Yep.
Is the only way to get there is through the Ring of Death here?
No, you can walk around it.
Yeah. Well, I'm all by myself here. So if only somebody could give me an idea which way they think is safe, then I could go. But I'm all by myself.
What's your passive perception?
When he says all by myself, I go,
Oh, we didn't hear that at all.
oh, sorry. Sage whisper, no, you're not.
Okay. It's 14.
Okay.
Mr. DM.
Thank you. What do you do?
That's it?
Yep.
Oh gosh. If only somebody could tug on my sleeve or something. And I'll keep walking. I don't want to go into the circle of death, but I will go into the inner ring, and that kind of goes around it. So the second ring in that goes around the wall of death.
Okay, sorry, the second ring. So you're just going on the other side of the stones?
Yeah. So
There's no ring. Yeah.
So there's a road on the outside?
No, there's no
And
road
there's
on the
another
outside.
What are those rings? They're those stone walls?
The things that look like
just a tree line.
yeah, there's the things that look like there's a stone circle that's made out of stones. You see the effigy kind of in the middle there.
Yeah.
And then there's a trail that goes through it, dead grass in the middle, but then there's just grass around the stones. And then further than that, you see the concentric ring, but that is like 100 feet to either side of this.
I'm gonna walk. Okay, got it. I'll just walk around the outside of the dead grass circle.
Okay, so outside of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, you start to which direction?
The north side.
Okay.
And then kind of as I get around the outside edge to where I can see the trees, I want to try to see what I see when I get around the corner of the stone wall.
Okay, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, these are going great tonight. 15.
Okay. With a 15, you do see that the effigy bears an eerie resemblance to Strahd. And you can see that there are roots that sprout from the ground. And you saw this kind of at the opening. You don't really see it at this angle because obviously the wall is higher than the effigy is. But you see that there are roots that kind of have grown out of the ground and have wrapped around the legs up to almost like the torso area of this. These black kind of slimy roots have grown out of the ground and hold this statue of Strahd in place.
Why would they be building an effigy to Strahd that aligns with it?
From this distance,
That's a good question, Conscience.
Like I said, at the south end of the hilltop is a sickly copse of trees, and you see a large misshapen tree at its core. But at this distance, still, you're some, 400 feet from that area.
Okay, so
can I get that map again, Julian, quick?
And I'm still glowing. So I don't see. Do I see any people in those trees? I'm just too far away.
You're just too far away to see any movement at this point.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, it's not. It's more like 200. More like 100 feet from this circle to the trees.
That's terrible. And I gotta try to. And I'm bait. This is terrible. Okay. Well, I've got no choice but to just keep walking until I kind of get their attention. So I mean, as I come around what was that, Conscience?
What if we knock down this effigy and that would like piss them off and they'd come out?
That sounds like a terrible idea, but if you think
Just
that's what
tip
I
it
should
over.
do,
No, I'm not saying like destroy. Just like tip it over.
was huge. Okay,
You
I'll
know,
try.
I don't know. Just like attack it from the angles. Just
You're not supposed to be here.
yeah, but like get their attention.
Okay. I'm gonna I'll go back. So I'm gonna go back up to the path that goes into the circle.
Okay.
I'm an idiot. And then
You're doubling back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back into the path.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to put a rope around this effigy.
Okay.
As high up as I can, because leverage and all that.
Do you start to climb it?
No.
Because it's at this point. I mean, if I put you next to the effigy in this circle here, at this point, like you're basically like not even knee height.
Yeah. I want to try to throw the rope up over his shoulders, and like try to get it around the head, so I can pull her down.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah, Muskoka's got proficiency in this because he's seen it happen to him a few times.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a athletics check with disadvantage, please.
Can I help him pull on the rope?
Yeah. Once he kind of gets it over, sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a 16.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, there's 22.
Okay, that's enough. You manage to, takes you a couple tries, but you manage to kind of loop the rope up and around and kind of over its neck until it kind of falls down the other side. So you've got both sides of this rope, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The unfortunate thing is your rope isn't long enough to kind of go over the other side. It's about 50 feet to the top of this statue.
So it's just dangling.
So you kind of throw it like this, but you know that the end, you're holding the end, and the end kind of goes over the head a little bit, but stops. So you actually don't have enough to kind of, if you had a grappling hook or something, you could maybe grapple it on it, but at this point, you just have it kind of looped over.
Oh, if only I had another length of rope that might be invisible right now.
I do have like an invisible, I mean, is my rope invisible as well? Like if I hand him my rope, does it cease to be visible?
If it leaves your person, it would kind of, once it kind of hits the ground and is away from you, it would turn visible.
I will take out my rope and I will grab his hand, put the rope in his hand.
Yeah. And as you feel this ropey texture hit your hand, and as she pulls her hand away, it becomes visible.
There we go. I got more rope.
As a lightning bolt strikes the side of the wall on top, just basically 10 feet from where you are.
Oh my gosh. Does it do anything? Like nobody's hurt? Nothing?
Nope. No, it just crackles and then disappears.
Tie the ends of the rope together and jiggle it so I can get it around the head.
Okay, so you take a little bit of time. You finally get it over the top. And at this point, you have just the ends. Basically, they only a couple inches below it, but you basically have both ends of this tied rope.
Yeah. So I was just going to like maybe throw a rock, but I guess this will work too. Can you help me pull?
Yeah. And so I help him pull down the rope.
Pull.
You each grab a side of the rope, and you begin to pull. I'd like you both to make strength athletic checks, please.
Oh, yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Dirty 21.
All right. As you start to pull, you do hear the snapping of twigs starting. And you've broken some off, but this thing is solid. And even at a 2021, you manage to basically, some of the twigs kind of like start to fall off the top of it. But you're not quite doing what you are intending to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I could light it on fire. I don't know
Oh
what's
my
gonna
gosh.
happen though.
Why didn't I just go throw a rock in the woods instead?
Okay, we should try that first
Okay.
before I start lighting these on fire.
I loosen the. Uh-oh.
Can you guys both give me a perception check, please?
Sure.
16.
23.
Okay. With a 23, Ezmerelda, you get the sense, you almost feel like you glint a green light flicker in the middle of the statue. And then you look back and you have a hard time seeing it again, but you see almost like a flicker of something, of some sort of green glow.
Muskoka. Remember how they were talking about the green gem? I think it's in this effigy. Can you hear anything? Oh.
I was muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Is the green one that they used to make champagne? Is that what I remember?
No. It was for like a grape mash, I think. That was the one that they. Yeah.
Yeah, the purple mash.
The purple mash, yes, that was it.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's an effigy.
Tell me just okay. I'm gonna try to get it.
At this point, you start to hear as a horn sounds across the countryside. Those of you at the base of the hill also hear it in the distance. I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Does that sound mean?
Okay, Sterling.
11.
Dmitri?
Dirty 0.
Oh,
Again?
man. You and your amazing rolls for initiative. Falpher?
17.
Muskoka?
Well, Ezmerelda didn't go yet. Do you want to let her go first? Because I just want to be a gentleman, you know.
Nope. Muskoka?
22.
Ezmerelda?
18.
Okay. All right. Muskoka, you are up. You start to hear what sounds like, as soon as that horn goes off, you start to hear a drum in the distance.
What direction is this coming from?
Give me a perception check.
21.
With a 21, you think you hear the drum sound coming from the west.
Oh, that's okay. There's no road going out there. I'm gonna quickly scramble up to the top to try to get this thing out of his.
You're gonna start to climb the effigy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I want to try to get the thing out of its face.
Okay. All right. So you start to climb it. I'd like you to give me an athletics check, please.
17.
Okay. With a 17, you manage to climb up. You're about moving a half movement. You're about kind of at its waist at this point. Unless you want to do a dash, and then you could probably get up 3/4 of the way up if you want.
Oh, man, it's so high. My movement is 30 feet, so
Yeah.
I will do a dash as well,
Okay.
which should let me climb 30 feet, right? A
Yeah.
half
So at
movement?
30 feet, you're about 20 feet from the top
Oh my god.
as you stand there. I don't have Josh here today to be my mini controller, so I'm doing a bit of running around here. Okay.
Oh, man, I'm really tiny.
At this point, you see, and Ezmerelda, I need I'm going to put Ezmerelda out there, even though you are technically invisible.
Okay.
You are, where do you want to be standing? Are you basically just under Muskoka where he is?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put you on this side so that we can see what's going on. You guys see a number of figures come around the corner of the wall and close off both of the paths. You see two on this side, and you see two on this side. And what you see is they're kind of well-built, wiry, fur-covered barbarians, covered head to toe in this gray, white makeup. As they come around the corner quite viciously, bearing axes. All with great axes, with these large, massive bladed axes that are pitted and old and blood-stained with use.
The good thing is that they're only covering the exits. So that's good.
You know?
You're gonna have to climb all the way to the top to get me.
Ezmerelda. What's your turn? What do you do?
To my right, I'm going to cast lightning bolts in their direction. Are they within 5 feet of each other?
The two are. So you're going to the ones that are to the right of you?
Yes.
Okay. There absolutely are. As you kind of extend your hands and a bolt of lightning streaks out in their direction, you immediately are visible.
Dex. Roll for Dex.
Okay. One of them passes, one of them fails.
Okay, that's half damage still. The other. Let's see. D&D Beyond. That's a 30 lightning damage.
Ooh.
For the one who failed, and 15 for the one who...
30 for the one that failed. Sorry, and 15 for the one that is okay?
Yes.
And lightning hits as they're racked with this lightning energy. And the one kind of puts his axe down to its side and kind of holds the side of this stone wall as it's racked. The lightning ceases and it looks up at you, and you can see this like smoke rising from its fur and from all of kind of the scorch marks around its body, and it's heaving like you've angered it.
But he's still like, I still see that he was hurt by it?
Oh yeah, very hurt.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if because it was being hit by lightning that they were like something.
No, he is very hurt.
Okay, good sign. That's all for my turn.
Okay. You don't want to move?
I'm just stay where I am.
Okay.
I got to make sure Muskoka's okay.
Okay,
but
you're obviously you're turning to meet them. Okay, that's fine. Falpher, you're up.
Be fine.
You're muted.
How far are we?
You guys are 400 feet.
Okay,
down.
I'll do a dash.
Okay, I'd like you to for every round that.
No, wait, no. I can't do a dash. I'm on Sterling.
Yes.
I will hold my movement until Sterling goes, and then I'll double our total movement. Isn't that how it works?
No, you'd have to get off Sterling and go the rest of the way to double your movement. But nice try.
Well, and he could carry you halfway, and then you could carry him.
Exactly.
Right? A Falpher on all fours with a Sterling on his back, no problem.
Perfect. Genius.
Okay, so I'm slower than Falpher. I am slower than Falpher as well. But I'm slower than Sterling. I'm just going to stay on Sterling, assuming that we encapsulate the same 6-minute decision. And because he's got faster movement, I'll hold a dodge action for my turn. Should I need it? Should they attack?
Okay, so you start up the. I'd like you to. So you're holding it until Sterling moves. That's fine. But I would like you guys to track your movement. I need to know when you reach the pinnacle.
Okay.
Let me just take a
I'll
look
wait for
here.
Sterling to
Yeah, let me just tell you exactly how long it's going to take you to get there. It's actually more like 500 feet. Okay?
Okay, then just just because I have a long range, ranged weapon, I'm going to then pull out both of my hand crossbows.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay.
For the
All
attack.
right.
That's what I'll do.
All right. At this point, Ezmerelda and Muskoka, you see from around back of where the barbarians are, you see very similar druids to the ones that existed and that you faced at the winery show up behind the barbarians. And there is 2 behind each one. So now you have 4 kind of blocking the path. And they kind of stand as they kind of turn the corner and they're taking in exactly what's happening. And you see all 4 of them manifest and kind of raise their hands to the air, and you see their skin begin to transform into something similar to bark.
Huh.
Sterling, you're up.
All right. I'm going to use
Dmitri, you're on
full
deck.
movement. Sorry?
Dimitri's on deck. Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to use my full movement plus a dash, and I'm going to action surge and dash again. That's 90 feet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Falpher has never been this fast.
Make sure you're tracking it.
Yeah, so that's 90 feet into 500, you said?
Yep.
Only 410 to go.
Dimitri, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna dash my full 60.
Okay. Again, keep track of what you're doing. Muskoka, you're up. You're basically on the shoulder of this effigy, kind of almost not at the top of it, but looking kind of at the side of Strahd's face. What do you do?
Where do I know where the green stone is?
Give me an investigation check, please.
Okay. 10.
You can't see anything.
What is this thing made out of?
Twigs, twine, vines. It's just basically been like sculpted out of what appears to be plant matter.
Okay, I know that it's made out of. I recall it being in the head, even if I don't know where in the head it.
It wasn't necessarily in the head. She just saw it emanating from inside of the statue.
Oh, I climbed all the way up to the head.
It wasn't specifically the head. I'm not sure where you got that from.
I'm an idiot. Well, I'm going to still pretend it's in the head.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my I'm going to sit on his shoulders.
Yep.
Take my 2 axes out and start chopping at his head.
Okay.
Trying
You
to
start
chop
to.
his head off.
Okay. I'd like you to give me an attack roll, please.
Oh yeah. With my axes, like my axe attack.
Yep.
Uh.
You get 2 attacks.
Yeah, it's an 11 on the first one.
Okay.
And 22 on the other.
Okay.
Do I have any sort of advantage because I'm sitting on his shoulders?
No, you would not.
No.
Sorry, you said an 11. What was the second one?
22.
Okay, give me damage.
For both?
For both.
Alright. Okay, good. Rolled a 1 both times. So 6 total.
6 total? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're going to go a little later tonight. Is that okay because of our technical issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to see Muskoka die tonight. So
Okay. All right. The barbarians... one sec, sorry. The barbarians spring to action as they close the distance between you and... Between them and you as they enter the circle. They go 15 to the circle, and then they go 10 up. As the 2 on this side begin to climb the statue.
Wow. Wow.
The other two close in on you, Ezmerelda. And you see two more turn the corner of the circle and stop. Shy. The druids close in a little bit. And they are starting to climb up that effigy. Muskoka. The two are going to attack you, Ezmerelda. And you see them kind of like and start to like smack themselves as they start to kind of look in your direction before they move, and then they kind of burst with this amazing kind of velocity towards you with their great axes up in the air. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay, so I'd say 26 hits.
Ah, why are you rolling like that, Jason?
And another 24. Both are
I'm
hits.
gonna cast shield as a reaction.
Okay, just preemptively. 10 points of slashing damage on the first one, and 7 points of slashing damage on the second one as they both bring their axes down on you.
Oh wait, I shouldn't because I don't. Wait, hold on. Shield would give me. Wait, no, that would not give me enough. So no.
Okay, so you don't.
How much damage was that?
Sorry, I forget what I said. 7 and 4, I think. I can't remember. People at home, I'm sure, will hold me to it. Anybody on stream remember how much it was? No, 7 and 4. Let's say that.
Okay.
Okay. Ezmerelda, you're up. Falpher, you're on deck.
Okay. So I have 2 within melee range of me.
Yes.
Okay. And they're both not the non-druids. Just
Yes, they're these berserking barbarians.
Okay. So and none of them were the ones that I previously hit.
They are the ones that you previously hit.
They are both
Yep.
of them. Okay, so let's just pick one, and I'm going to do my. If I do a multi-attack, can I
Split them?
divvy it out? Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Okay, so we will do a rapier attack for each of them, and then a short sword for one of them.
Okay.
Okay. 2. That's 26 to hit on the first one.
That is a hit.
And that is...
Now, is this the one that's more hurt or less hurt that you're attacking?
do the more hurt.
Okay.
Then that's 13 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Now the other
And you can
guy...
see at this point, as you come up to him, as he's closed in, you can see that there are large chunks of flesh that are completely charred and almost like peeling off from the lightning damage that you did.
okay.
And as you kind of poke through, you poke right through his midsection on the side, and you can feel it exit out the back. And as he kind of like yells in pain. Sorry, also, you get advantage on these, just so you know, because they are currently attacking you recklessly and berserking.
Okay.
So any attack now, at this point, you can...
Okay. So my second rapier hit for the other guy is going to be...
This is still on the first guy?
Yeah. No, this is on the other guy.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that's 9 points of damage.
Nicely done.
And then the last one is going to be with my short sword to the first guy that was hit. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Ooh, that's a hit. First guy again?
Yeah, first guy again.
Okay.
And that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay, and as you come back around, was this your rapier as well?
The last one was the short sword.
Okay, so you have your rapier, you pull your rapier out, you attack the other one with your rapier, and you come across with your short sword, and you basically open up a gash across his shoulder that begins to kind of spurt blood and basically run down his side. And you have one last attack.
Silver. Does that not do anything?
No, you can't tell if it does or not. The flesh feels human.
Okay.
And you have one more attack left?
No, that's it. I got the 3.
Okay, all right. Okay, Falpher, you're up. You're paused. You're muted.
I'm going to use this opportunity to use my kind of naturally stealthy feature and stay hidden behind Sterling's shield, given that he's so much bigger than I am.
Okay.
It says you can attempt to hide even when you're obscured only by a creature that is at least one size larger than you. So so I'm attempting to keep their area of damage on me once we get up there to the smallest possible size.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. The druids, from where they are, sorry. So, that's not going to work. You see one of them, Ezmerelda, kind of over the shoulders of these barbarians, extend a hand in your direction. I would like you to make a strength saving throw, please.
18 plus stuff. Dirty 20.
8, that is enough. As you see vines begin to grow out of the ground that try to entangle you, and you kind of gingerly step around them. And then you see the other druid do the same thing, extend its hand, and you feel these vines begin to grow. I'd like you to make another saving throw, please.
18.
Okay, that is also enough. Easily sidestepping the vines that continue to grow to try and entangle you.
Double Dutch. I'm just stepping over.
On the other side, the other druids are going to turn the corner and begin to close the distance. And they kind of stand at the base of the effigy looking up at Muskoka. And they, as well, kind of hold their arms up in the air, both of them. Muskoka, I'd like you to make strength saving throws. 2, please.
A 21 and a 7.
Okay, the 21 vines sprout out from this effigy as it begins to try and entangle you, and you're like, ha, no problem. But one comes out and it starts to wind around your leg and kind of creeps up your body, and you are now restrained up against the side of the statue.
Well, joke's on you. I'm not going to fall now, am I?
That's true. And it lasts... 1 minute. But you can make your action. You can take an action to do a strength check to try and break it and free yourself each turn. Okay? Was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn?
You guys also see, from where you are up top, Sterling, you see 2 more druids join the fray on the outside of the circle. Sterling, you're up.
I can see them.
No, it's not Sterling. Sorry, Muskoka. I apologize.
Okay.
You can't see anything yet, Sterling. Go ahead. Oh, we just lost somebody.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
It's all broken. Sorry, guys. We have now
Hey, Adam.
that is Adam, and Dmitri is Brandon, apparently. Oh man.
So it's my turn now, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but we can't see you, so go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dash. I'm going to move 60 more feet. I'm now at 350 feet away. Almost within range there, Falpher.
Okay. Falpher probably can't hear you at this point because Joel
sad.
dropped out like we thought he would. Dmitri, you're up. Muskoka, you're on deck.
Right, I'll dash for 60 more feet, bringing me to 220 away. Oh, sorry, not 220, 280.
280 away. And how far are you, Muskoka? I mean, Sterling?
I'm 350 feet away.
So how is Dmitri further than you? That's not possible.
Well, we started at 500 feet away. I moved to
Started at
90, and
400,
then I
right?
moved 60.
It was 500. Sorry, Dmitri.
Oh, 500?
Yeah,
Okay, then I'm 380 away.
380. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Muskoka, you're up.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna make a strength check to try to break out of my vines.
Okay, do that.
It's an 18.
18. With an 18, you manage to shimmy your way out as you break free from the entangled vines.
Okay, do I have movement?
You could, yes.
Yeah, I want to try to climb right to the top of its head.
Okay, so you're basically right on top of it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna laugh at them. And I'm going to use my shifting feature,
Yep.
which lets my silver teeth elongate and gives me 6 extra HP.
Okay.
temporarily.
Okay. The two barbarians climb another 15 feet until they are basically flanking you on either side. And you are currently within distance. They are going to get disadvantage on their attacks. But at the same way, you see them start to kind of like hype themselves up as they approach you. And you can see them go into what you imagine is somewhat of a rage. So it's clean. They don't get advantage or disadvantage. It's just a straight shot for them. What's your armor class, sir?
14.
Okay. Okay, one swings wide, and the other one hits you in the leg as you're standing on top of the effigy. That is going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
Excellent.
As your calf is ripped open and blood starts to pour down the head of the effigy.
Right into my mithril plaid.
The other two that are facing you, Ezmerelda, attack. Sorry, your armor class again?
17.
I should have these written down. That would be a good DM thing to do. You said 17. The second one hits. 8 points of damage from the great axe.
Okay.
And then the other two are going to move in. And they're closing in. The other one is also going to come in here, and it's going to attack as well, Ezmerelda.
Great.
You are now flanked by 3. That is a natural 20. That is...
Oh, shield.
Okay.
I cast shield.
Okay.
So that, what does that? So, yeah.
20
So
points
now
of
my
damage.
Is 22.
So, sorry, you take 20 points of damage. So what does that do?
So, I can use it as a reaction.
Yep.
When I'm attacked.
Yep.
And until the start of my next, my next turn, I have a 22 AC.
So natural 20.
And I take no damage from magic mist.
Yeah, so the natural 20 still would have hit because it would have been they're plus is 5.
Yeah,
So you still take 20 points of damage.
great. I'm not doing so well, you guys.
And again, you're trying to fend off the attacks from the two of them, and this one comes right down the middle and just slashes you right across your clavicle area as you feel this warmth start to kind of like fill under your armor. Ezmerelda, you're up.
Somebody else wants to come in at any point, wants to come in and help.
Esmeralda, you're up.
I'm going to use my multi-attack. Who's the closest to me at this point? Are all three of them?
All three of them are around you. Your back is to the effigy.
Okay.
Like that's where you are here.
Yeah.
Your back is to the
effigy.
effigy.
I see the 3 guys there. I just wanted to know. So the guy who is most hurt that I've been attacking, I will start with him on my multi-attack.
Yep.
Starting with my rapier, and that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Nicely done. That's a hit.
And that is 13 points of damage.
Okay. You, as this one kind of, as it sees the blood kind of start to pool under your armor, it goes, Rah! And kind of roars in your face, and you stick your rapier right through its mouth and out the back of its head as it like wiggles on the sword and falls off the edge of your blade.
Yes. Is he still alive?
No, he's dead.
Yes.
He's very dead.
I will take my rapier and just kind of
yeah.
And then attack the next guy.
Okay.
And that's going to be a...
And this is the next most hurt guy?
Yes, the next most hurt guy. That's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that is 11 points of damage.
Okay. Nicely done. And that's with your rapier again, or a short sword?
Rapier.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's... How's he doing?
He's hurt. You can tell that he's bloodied.
Okay. I'm going to attack the same guy again.
Okay.
With the short sword. That is a 24 to hit.
That's a hit. Woo! Rolling fire.
And 9 points of damage with the silver short sword.
Okay, again, you just start to slash, and you can see that you're starting to open up continual wounds on this berserker. Falpher, you're up.
I would love to help, but I'm not sure anyone can see me or hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
But barely see you.
So I'm going to wait for Sterling to get on his next to do his next chunk of distance, and then I should be within range to be able to shoot both of my hand crossbows.
The only issue with that is that you are on a hill. So until you hit that crest, you probably won't have a decent shot. So at this point, I just want to make sure, and I want to take a look at this map to see exactly where you'll be able to kind of get a shot at.
Yeah. Yeah, because the map as we see it isn't topographical, so I don't get a sense for where the
Sterling, how far have you moved?
Well, on my next turn, I'll be up at 290 feet.
290?
Yeah.
Okay. At 290, you're basically at that second concentric ring. So I would say you're readying an action, Joel?
Yeah.
Okay. So after Sterling's next movement, you would have crested that hill. And at that point, you're like 250 feet from the closest enemy.
Yeah, and sorry, I said my hand crossbows. I meant my short bow, and it'll be within range.
Okay.
And I can do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. At this point, one of the druids is going to come around behind you, Ezmerelda. And you see, as you can hear behind you, this like static of energy. So the sound of, as you kind of look over your shoulder, you see this druid rushing at you with its quarterstaff, and you see that this green kind of nature energy begins to like climb up the staff. But it's this like green putrid kind of puke kind of color as it grows. These dead.
Did you say a puke color?
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay.
And as she starts to swing, that sound of that energy kind of made you aware, and you are able to parry away that blow from her quarterstaff from hitting you. The other 4 druids are going to close in, and you see them all kind of, knowing how powerful you are, Ezmerelda, they're all pointing kind of their hands in your direction, and they begin to do kind of a sprouting motion. I would like you to roll 4 strength checks, please. Saving throws.
Oh man, come on, guys, where are you?
I'm
Okay.
the bait.
Fast as I can.
First one.
This is what happens when you split the party.
First one is an 18.
That's enough.
Second one is a 16.
That's enough.
Third one is a dirty 20.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Fourth one, how many of these am I?
Come
4.
on, big money, big
This
money.
is the last one.
Last one is a 18.
That is enough as vines begin to sprout all around Ezmerelda. She sidesteps
sweating,
and
you
jumps
guys.
and is able to do exactly what she needs to do in order to sidestep the sprouting entanglement. Sterling,
Save
you're
me,
up.
Discord.
Sterling, you're up. Dmitri, you're on deck.
I do my 60 feet of movement. I'm now within 290 feet, and Falpher can make his ranged attacks if he has a line of sight, I guess.
Okay. As you come up over the crest, you're at 290 feet away, Falpher.
Yeah.
What's the range on your short bow? Did we lose Joel again?
Maybe.
He's
looking
sitting
all
very
frozen.
still.
He looked really happy, and then we lost him.
He's frozen in
Yeah, he's done.
carbonite. Oh, what was going to happen? He disappeared.
I'll bring him up. I can play him. One sec. COVID, y'all.
Woot.
I could play him if you want.
No.
Just looking
Hey,
up
Sterling, why don't you throw me in the garbage?
Okay, so his the range on his. Okay, so he's got disadvantage on the attack. He's going to attack twice, and he sees that there are 2 druids kind of at the mouth of the entrance. He hits with the first one and misses with the second one. I'm using the digital dice from D&D Beyond. You'll hear it in the sound actually on stream. And that is 6 points of damage that he does to that one druid. As it wasn't expecting it, and it gets smashed in the back with this arrow.
Oh, they know we're coming.
All right, Muskoka, you are up.
I have a question. Is praying an action or just speaking?
I would give you that. It depends on how long you want to do it, but I'll give you a free action.
All right, I'm
To
gonna
speak.
call out in Celestial again. Hey, Morning Lord, it's Muskoka again. We really need your help.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Is this effigy? Does it look like it's magically made out of real plants, or is it just some like crappy sticks they stuck together?
Arcana check.
21.
With a 21, it doesn't seem magical at all, actually. It seems like it was literally built out of sticks and vines and things. Although you did notice that the roots sprouting from the ground are clearly not part of the natural structure of it. But that is what's holding it aloft.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take out my holy symbol, which is a little totem.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Channel Divinity.
Yep.
And use Charm Animals and Plants.
Okay.
I
will tell you before you do that, though, just in case, that the things that this statue are made out of is dead. Like, they're dead plants and vines.
Okay.
But you can still
That's kind
try.
of what I was getting to. Like, is it just dead sticks stuck together?
Yeah.
But there's roots coming out of the ground, so that looked like it was just dead.
No, that the roots coming out of the ground are seem alive, although this black kind of mushy, sort of spongy material, but it goes up to about its torso or its waist.
Shot,
what?
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay, do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'll present my holy symbol and invoke the name of my deity.
Okay.
I don't know if it has a name, just basically nature.
Okay.
Each beast or plant creature that can see you. Can plants see? Is this a plant creature?
It depends.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. You know, when in Barovia, take a wild guess. Still gonna go for it. What a bad decision. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
The plant creature that can see me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. But specifically a plant creature? Like not plant or creature.
It says plant creature. It could be that D&D Beyond missed a comma or a slash.
No, it wouldn't be a creature as well. It would probably be a plant creature. And at this point, you know, you're kind of you say what you say to the Morning Lord, and you start to kind of speak your incantation. No effect.
Yeah.
With your like last ditch effort as these gray covered skinned berserkers are climbing ever closer with their bloody great axes.
Okay, I have some movement.
Give me a perception check.
14.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you want to do with your movement? You're up at the top of the head.
I want to slide down the ropes.
Now, the rope isn't connected to anything. At this point, it's just dangling. So if you slide down one side, it's just going to be like falling.
Oh, this game. She just jumped to my death. I'm the bait anyways. Have I used up my action? I've used up my action. I can't move anything. I'm just going to sit there and die.
Okay, and you're still like lit like a beacon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lit like a beacon.
Okay.
I'm the bait.
In the distance.
Man, I thought I was so bad last game. This is worse.
In the distance, I'd say about 100 feet west, kind of just on the edge of the top of the hill, you see a cloud of black smoke begin to apparate and swirl and turn. And from that bursts what appears to be a black stallion from this cloud. And in this explosion of brimstone and kind of dark energy, the stallion comes to rest on top of the hill. Its hooves, tail, and mane are fire that lick behind it as it kind of trots around. Its eyes are orbs of glowing, burning, molten fire. Atop this stallion is a man. A very familiar man. you see the visage of Strahd himself, atop his nightmare steed. On the back of his horse is a limp humanoid that lies motionless across the back, and that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Can I jump to my death now?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Had a great time this evening. Thanks for tuning in amidst all of our technical issues and the glitchiness. I'm a little more glitchy right now, but it looks like I'm popping and locking. I don't know.
You're glitching.
I'm glitching. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I want to thank our sponsors, as usual, Dungeons & Dragons, and Beetle and Grimm, and Sirenscape, and all of our product sponsors. Thank you so much. Not sure exactly what Julian is doing. That's a horrible shot, Julian. I told you not to play with the PTZ, but he's not listening. I don't know why he's zooming in on my mic. What are you doing?
That's amazing. Zoom right in. Zoom right in, Julian. Oh, man.
This is what the players get just for you next week. Just because of Julian. You can all blame Julian.
Strahd.
He was already there.
You
We're
get
sticking
Julian, the
around.
limp
You
humanoid
get
on the
this
back of
special
his
chaos.
That is
Indeed.
horrible. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. We'll have more fun with this PTZ next week. Thankfully, Josh is going to be producing, so I don't have to worry about that again.
Cyberpunk
And
Saturday.
Yes. There's lots of things. So first of all, let's do the. Do we have a winner? We'll pull the winner. While that's happening, just to let y'all know, Noura and I are reprising our roles on Saturday for Autumn Revel. That is a Gary Con event held by Luke Gygax and all the wonderful people there. We are, again, reprising our roles. And we're very excited. All of the Team Monster are going to be joining us on this wonderful little adventure. It's going to be the third part of our Cyberpunk campaign thus far, GM'd by the man himself, Mike Pondsmith, creator of Cyberpunk, and brain behind the new Cyberpunk video game that is coming up soon. So we're very excited to be a part of it. I think Mr. Matthew Lillard's going to be joining us, and Lou Gygax, and all of those wonderful people, John and Beast and everyone. So we're very, very excited. It's going to be a blast. Please join us. What's the time on that again, Noura? Let us know. But it will be on our channel, and it will be on the GaryCon channel. That is the plan.
Yes. It's on our socials. We posted
It's on our socials. We posted it. You'll see it. Check out our Instagram. Follow us on all our socials. That's great. If you liked what you saw tonight, consider following us on Twitch, on the D&D Twitch, and on the Beetle and Grimm Twitch. That'd be great. And consider subscribing at twitch.tv/RealmSmith to join our awesome role-playing community of Vistani, who, again, the quests and the things that they do in their game affect ours. David, you are so strange, sir, and very pink today. Do we have a winner? Check my phone.
Hey Jay.
Yeah.
While you're doing that,
yeah.
Can I just say that we're only 28 followers away from 6,000 followers on Twitch.
We're only how many?
We're only 28.
28 folks. Let's try to get us to 6,000 by Monday.
Yeah,
That would
totally.
Tell
be
your
amazing. Tell your friends.
Amazing.
If that would be awesome. If you guys could do that, even by tomorrow night for Behind the Screen. So that leads me into the winner, which is Regnal Beast. Regnal Beast? Regnal Beast. Congratulations. You have won the digital copy of Curse of Strahd for your D&D campaign. Our Smith Guardians will be in touch and will send you the download code for that. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for that awesome giveaway. Also, tomorrow night, Behind the Screen with myself, we can talk about everything that happened here tonight. It's going to be so much fun. And a Player's Table on Thursday with Joel Auge. That's always a blast, especially because he's promised to write a specific song for everybody that tunes in. Just kidding. He hasn't promised that. We had an incredible RealmSmith retreat this past weekend. There was lots of D&D to be had. Julian actually DM'd us in his first game with us, which was awesome and fun. Brandon also DM'd us in this crazy monster race built campaign where I played a bugbear, and it was really fun. We did not stream that or record those. Those are for our own enjoyment, for
But
very
can we talk
real.
about the onesies?
Yeah, for very
We
real
can't-
reasons. Yeah. You
We
may see
can't
the
talk
onesies
about
sometime.
the onesies.
Yeah, but you can see us in our onesies on social media. It is on the internet.
Hey, if you
now
guys
forever.
want RealmSmith onesies with our character faces on the butts, let us know in chat.
butt
Boom.
flap onesies, oh dear.
I don't know.
Oh, that already
Come
came up
on.
apparently. We did think maybe we'd have like we talked about RealmSmith onesies for RealmCon. Speaking of
yeah.
which, we are planning next October, a year from today, from this month, holding hopefully a fan event if the world turns to better days and opens up its borders, where we will invite all of our fans and our community to Toronto, where we will have live plays and do live sessions and quests and roleplay with you guys and be able to meet with you and wear onesies together, apparently. We'll have a onesie party one night.
Yeah, if those borders are open, I am so there.
You will be there. You will be here before that, hopefully, Noura.
Yeah.
That
Hopefully.
is absolutely, hopefully, the case. And then we're back for episode 13 next week. It's going to be a blast, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And you guys have a wonderful week.
Isn't next week Thanksgiving?
Oh, we don't have a session next week. I lied.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
I lied.
Canadian
Turkey
Thanksgiving.
Day.
Canadian Turkey Day.
The days are all kind of bleeding together. It's Canadian Turkey Day. We do not have a session next week. What we do have is the finale quest that I will be leading for our Tier 3 subscribers for our Discord, which we may or may not broadcast. Haven't decided yet. But we're very excited and so thankful to all of our subscribers, but especially our Tier 3s for the amount that they help us on a regular monthly basis to do what we do here financially, which is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the finale of this sort of encounter. I'm very excited, and it's going to be a blast. Bye.
Bye. RealmSmith loves you.